So apparently, the Gen Zs has divided Metro Manila into two. That's the Northeast and the Southeast. Northeast know all the hidden foodie gems, ramen bars, and cozy little spots tucked away in quieter neighborhoods. Southeast, they're the ones running rooftop brunches, designer coffee shops, and trendy hangouts in BGC and Makati. Tonight, we're exploring the North Side, uncovering the flavors, warmth, and surprises that make it a foodie playground all of its own. Welcome to the Lifestyle Lab's The North Side Feast. Our first stop, Mizuki. Where comfort, flavor, and just a little bit of indulgence meet in a bubbling pot. Welcome to Mizuki, a new Japanese hot pot and sukiyaki spot tucked in the corner house in San Juan. Minimalist, warm, inviting, and every table comes with its own exhaust system. Because while we love the smell of good food, we also like leaving still smelling like humans. Tell us about the concept. How did it come about? Why did you decide to start a shabu-shabu and sukiyaki restaurant?
Okay, the main concept of this is to bring in Hitori-style dining. My husband and I, during one of our travels, our friend there invited us to a 50-year-old Japanese restaurant. It was a shabu-shabu restaurant only. So when we got there, it was very peaceful, and then we got to choose our own broth because my husband and I, we have different food preferences.
Yes.
So we usually don't get along when it comes to food. We were very happy with the restaurant that we got our own pots, and then we decided that we really want to bring this experience, this feeling to the Philippines.
Yes.
So,
and it's not something that you see around you all the time.
Yeah,
It's kind of like you get to choose, and then it's like an individual
yes, yes,
pot for yourself.
yes.
This story here is almost as good as the food. The wife loves shabu-shabu, the husband loves sukiyaki. So instead of picking sides, they just offered both. I love how you've just set it up with I mean, it's so beautifully done. We're looking at it because the place is closed down. We're interviewing during a time that they're not functioning, and you really get to appreciate the place, even the lighting, the light that comes in. And I like the fact that you don't really find a lot of places. Actually, I don't think I've ever found a place that's just sukiyaki, like a sukiyaki.
Yeah.
Because usually you're punong-puno ng hot pot.
Yeah, hot pots, they're very common in
Yes.
our country. But sukiyaki, there are just a few places, and I think we are the first one to have the cook your own sukiyaki.
Oh, so I'm gonna get the cook
Yeah.
a little bit. Okay, so let's talk about the broth and this whole setup. How do we do it?
Okay, so this one, the broth, it's kombu broth. Kombu is seaweed. We made it clean and simple and very light, not too savory because Japanese people don't like that. So for the shabu-shabu, you start with the veggies. So you put the veggies first. And then when it's boiling, you can add on the meat. But
Yes.
for the meat, for the beef, you have to cook it really fast, like 5 seconds only.
Ah, okay.
And then after that, you enjoy it. You dip it in the sauce.
Yes.
We recommend the ponzu is for the meat, while this peanut sauce or the gomadari sauce is for the vegetables.
Okay.
For the sukiyaki,
Yes.
yeah, you
Ready.
can add on the sauce. This is
Ah,
our
so
special
you
blend
add
of
the sauce first.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
Ooh,
get
smells good.
the meat, put it there.
Oh, the meat, like
yeah,
already.
meat first.
All right.
It's opposite with the shabu-shabu.
Like that. Oh, so you put it on like that?
Yeah, you put it on first. Once it's cooked, you can also start adding the vegetables.
Oh, it's a different system. Okay, so the sukiyaki
Yeah,
is
it's
very,
the
very
opposite
different.
of the shabu-shabu.
And then all the veg.
Yes.
Okay. And then you add
Except
the
for
veg.
the tofu and the noodles.
Okay. Veg. And then you start adding the veg.
Yeah. And then you can add more sauce.
And then before I add the greens.
Yeah. The
Ah.
sukiyaki is sweeter.
Yes.
Because it's sukiyaki, it's supposed to be really sweet. While the shabu-shabu naman, it's very light. So our customers, the older ones, they really enjoy the shabu-shabu.
Yeah, depends on the preference,
Yes.
no?
The young ones naman, since they like sweet, they prefer the sukiyaki.
Young one ako.
Yeah.
So you just put it onto here.
Yes. And then for the sukiyaki, you have egg as your dipping sauce.
And then you just dip it.
Yeah, you dip the meat.
That's good. It's just the right amount of sweetness. It's not too sweet. Of course, the A5 meat is so tender. And it smells so good. I wish you can smell this. And it gets sweeter pala the longer it goes. Kasi
Yeah.
the sauce is evaporating.
Yes. How is it? Do you like it?
I like it. The more it cooks, the more flavorful it gets.
Yeah.
It's fun. I like it. Ooh. Yum. That's not just hot pot. That is happiness in a bowl. Oh, go. Northies know the way to a great night starts with a simmering pot and chopsticks in hand.
Mizu means water, and then ki means tree. So we decided to go Mizuki. Mizu is the base of the shabu-shabu and the sukiyaki.
Yes.
And then for the ki, it's the interior of the store. We wanted to feature nature.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And you could see nga it's beautifully designed, that bamboo trees behind you and every single design. Parang going into Japan, like coming in here. Some people warm up with jackets. I prefer a broth that smells like comfort, conversation, and maybe just a little indulgence. Good, thank you. Full, happy, and warm, the North isn't just cozy. It's got style too. From hot pots to highballs, the North keeps surprising. Next up, right here in Quezon City, is Matador. Proving the North can be just as chic and more playful. Modern, stylish, and a little mysterious. Kind of like your friend who knows wine but doesn't want to make you feel like you're a total rookie. Matador isn't about snobbery at all. It's about curiosity.
So for the wines itself, we actually categorized it into 3 different types. It's a play on the art of bullfighting, wherein we have tradition, yes, wherein most of the old world wines would be situated there. We also have courage, which is the new world wines that has bolder expressions, and then artistry, which is the third one, would be focusing more to like smaller wine producers and challenging the expectations of people when it comes to wine itself.
From our wine to our sake to our Spanish Japanese tapas, all the way to our sangrias, we wanted to have this combination that's bold, that's fun, and really built for exploration. In terms of wine education, it's really the heart of what we do. We believe that it's very important, but here in Matador, we believe in education through exploration. So what that would mean would be, rather than looking up what would be the best wine, the best sake, we want our customers to figure it out themselves. One bottle, one story, one sip at a time. So we're very proud of our staff. They're very well trained to guide you through this path of discovery. So of course, they'll be able to tell you where it's from, what would be the typical flavor characteristics, what makes it unique. But at the end of the day, what we want to challenge our guests would be to really think about not what wine and sake is supposed to be, but what it could be. That it could be fun, it could be playful, it could be something that you could have a conversation about. So really, education is really quite important to us.
Starting off with our tradition line, we have some beautiful cremants that are hits with our guests. I think it's because a lot of people want to celebrate something, but they still choose something that's approachable. Then for our Courage line, I would have to pick our Chenin Blanc from South Africa. Our Chenin Blanc is quite vibrant and really intense with its fruit-forward notes. For me, it just perfectly represents how the new world makes their wines. And then lastly, for our artistry line, I would have to pick our funky natural wines. It's a conversational starter because a lot of people are curious on what natural wines are. The staff here are really excited to compare the differences between like conventional winemakers and natural winemakers.
They give off the experience of wines, but with an approachable touch, so guests can explore without the intimidation factor. Cheers to the North, where you can sip something familiar like a little culinary leap, or even go full experimental and feel totally at home doing it.
For Matador, we have various dishes ranging from tapas, small plates and desserts, and paellas as well. But for the best dishes that we can offer in Matador, it ranges from the brie tempura as well as our chorizo temaki, one of our desserts, which is the mochi ice cream, as well as our marisco paella and edamame croqueta. Best thing that I can present to the people is that our miso paella. So it's a miso and combo broth-based paella rice, topped with our 10-hour chashu pork belly, finished with some tenkasu or tempura flakes, as well as julienne nori sheets, pickled red onions, Japanese mayo, and furikake. So for our next bestseller, which is the Wagyu, it's made with shokopon or Japanese milk bread with our wasabi aioli, the Wagyu beef, some ponzu glaze, and peach compote.
When it comes to wine, our major goal is to really take it off its pedestal and really bring it to the table, making it something that everyone can enjoy. So whether that would be your seasoned wine lovers, but also importantly, also yung curious first-timers. Usually when people talk about wine, it really comes off as very intimidating. There's a lot of long lists that you have to remember, from the varietals to the wine region. When it comes to the jargons, so there's a lot of technical jargons involved. And of course, coming in from a customer's POV, whenever you order, there's this underlying pressure that you have to have prior knowledge when it comes to the things that you're ordering, or else you'll look very uncultured or inexperienced. Here in Matador, what we wanted to do is to flip that script, to really challenge that convention, and to really make wine and even sake focus on curiosity, connection, and of course, conversation.
Comfort? Check. Discovery? Double check. This is the North quietly showing that it can be stylish without ever being intimidating.
always wanted to like be in a space that was quite unexpected. And so for this space actually, when we viewed the space for the first time, we were kind of taken aback into like how secluded it is in the mall. Not a lot of people know about it, but then there's so much potential, especially knowing that we have an entire lobby for ourselves. And I think that that is why we really made it an intentional point to feel like a speakeasy and to feel like, you know, we are a hidden spot in the GH Mall. One thing about my family is that we love to host our friends at our house. That's something that we've been doing over the years, and it's something our friends, especially like our family friends, look forward to. We would always like do team dinners. Like, I think one night would be like Japanese food, one night would be Greek food, and all of our celebrations, rather than celebrating it in a restaurant, we'd celebrate it at home. And I think that there's a certain level of hospitality, a certain, you know, warmth that comes with like when it comes from the heart, when you're serving like the friends and family that you cherish all throughout your life. And I think that Three Dots transcended from our from our parties at home to this now. We kind of bring in that same level of hospitality and tact, that philosophy to always serve everyone as if they're our friend. I think that the tuna tataki actually highlights that idea, in the sense that our tuna tataki is really something that my family would frequently eat at home, something we would serve our guests, something that we would serve during parties, and I think that that's the dish that best represents like what our concept is. You know, it's a dish that my mom. It's a riff on a salad my mom had almost 20 years ago, and she would frequently make at home. That's why our guests keep coming back for that. I think another dish is our pompano. You know, it's a play on pompano, you know, the white fish that's usually grown in the Philippines, I think. But we serve it with a laksa sauce that really adds a unique spiciness to the entire like flavor profile. Last but not least, the truffle pasta. Or if you come here for the food, you'd be surprised that we have great cocktails. So for our signature cocktails, for our first menu, because we plan on changing up our menu every year or every couple of months. It's inspired by the flow of a story, how every story comes in a beginning, middle, and end. And so we actually segmented 9 signature cocktails into 3 different parts, all regarding the flow of a story. So one part is beginning, one part is our interpretation of a climax, and the third part is our interpretation of an ending. And so that's our signature cocktail. So my vision for Three Dots is to really bring a global perspective to, you know, people in Manila. To really like transport every guest to the destinations that we frequently travel to. And that's what I hope our guests feel like when they're here. It feels familial, it feels cozy, it feels like they've transported outside of the country for at least like part of their night.
The North Side isn't just a place on the map, it's a journey of comfort, discovery, and yes, extra noodles. Next time someone says the South has all the fun, just smile. Grab a hot pot, a glass of wine, and head north. You'll thank me later. This is the Lifestyle Labs, the North Side Feast.